Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to teach you a cool move that you can use when you are at the card table. Now, you will need to be doing this move with a partner. If you are not at the card table with an accomplice, with a partner, the move isn't going to work. Okay? That's the only thing. You gotta have a partner to make this work. But if you are at the table with a partner, this is going to be a knockout move. And if you are doing a live performance and one of the spectators is your partner, then you can also pull this move when you're doing a performance. One of the most difficult things to do when you're at the card table is when you have to give the cards to another player for him to cut the deck. Okay, so this time I'm going to teach you how to bypass that by marking the location of the cut, so that the player who is to your right, your partner, will be able to know where he has to cut because you've marked it for him pre-hand. We're going to look at two different techniques. Okay, so let's get right to it. We have the 4 aces on top of the deck. The aces are right here. And what we're going to do is that we're going to give the deck 2 riffle shuffles. And we are going to do something that's very normal, which is to undercut about a third of the deck, put it on top, and pass it to the player on the right. The player on the right is going to come in. He's going to cut. Either he or you can complete the cut, and now we have regained control of those 4 aces. Okay? So the way this works is by you setting a jog card. So what you're going to do is that you're going to, in the first riffle shuffle, you are going to drop an additional card on top of the aces. As a matter of fact, let's turn one of the aces face up so that it's a lot easier for you to follow. One indifferent card will go on top of the ace, and you're going to square everything up. Okay? Once again, you're going to riffle shuffle, dropping the top stock where the aces are. You're going to drop that one last. You're going to square everything up. In the action of undercutting about 15 cards, 18 cards, you come this way, and when you're around here, you're going to push that initial card, that top card that's on top of the aces, I should say. You're going to push that card out, and you're going to drop everything on top of it. So now you have this side jog right here. Your right hand will cover that jog, and you will pass this to your partner here. Your partner will see that jog, and he's going to cut right to the jog, revealing the aces. So all he's doing is just pushing that card in and up with his thumb, and then he'll cut right to that location, revealing the aces. Either he can complete the cut or you can complete the cut. The point is that that jog has just told him where you want him to cut to retrieve your stack. One last time, I will shuffle and drop an indifferent card on top. I will shuffle and drop the entire top stock. I will turn and push the card out. Square everything up. The other player will come in. You can see the jog card right there, and he's simply going to push in on that, cut, complete the cut, and the aces are right there. Alright, now the second way that you can set this up is using an overhand shuffle. Alright, the overhand shuffle will allow you to put that initial jog card. I'll turn one of the aces so that you can see what's going on. I'll initiate my overhand shuffle. I'm going to run one card over the ace, which is in-jogged, and after that I'm going to shuffle off as normal. Okay, I square the deck, I pass it to the other player, and he can see the jogged card. Okay, he sees where the jog card is. You can see it right here, and he's going to come in, push in, and there it is. He cuts at the jog card, giving me access to the aces. All 4 aces can be easily retrieved. One more time, I'll put the ace face up, and all you're gonna do is simply take a chunk from the bottom, run that first card in jogged, and shuffle off. Right now, you are left with this. This is the jog. Now, do understand that this is for explanation purposes. You never want to have a jog be this big. Never. This is huge. You square everything up and you pass it to your partner. Okay? Your partner will see the jog, and this is what he's gonna do. One more time. I'm gonna move it over here so you can see it clear. There's the jog. Your partner sees that. He's gonna come in. He's gonna put his hand on the deck. Thumb pushes up and in. And then he picks everything up and drops it. And there are the aces. Okay? There are the aces. One more time. There's the access. As I mentioned, you need to fairly quickly and casually run that initial card and then shuffle off. Try to have your hands backwards, not in like this when you're overhand shuffling. Try to have your hands backwards, okay? So that there's the jog, okay? You have your hands tilted this way. You square everything up, and notice how my hand here is providing cover. You square everything up, my hand is providing the cover needed, and then I pass it to the other player, okay? The other player comes in and cuts. Remember, it's in and up. That's the movement. In and up. Anyone can complete the cut, and there you have access to the aces. Now, what is the appropriate length for the jog? This is too large. We were doing it like this for the explanations, but this is too large. Ideally, you want to be here. This is okay. This is not bad. Here, or if you can go even closer, that will be better. If you could bring it in here, right there, right about there, that would be where we would want to be, right there. So basically what we're looking at is, I don't know, I should say the border, the white border, and a hair more, not that much more. So it needs to be fairly small, okay? Because remember that when you put the deck here for your partner to cut, if that jog card is too far back, then from this angle, it's going to be visible. Because the jog card is so far out that a person who is at this angle looking this way, let's say player number 2 and player number 1, they are gonna be able to see it, okay? Because the deck is gonna be under their line of sight. So if the deck is under their line of sight and the deck is tilted at this angle for player number 3 to cut the deck, then that means that if the jog is too far back, player number 1 is going to be able to see this corner over here. And player number 2 is going to be able to see directly over the deck to see this portion back here of the jog, okay? So you cannot make that jog card this far back, because even through the lens of the camera, you can still see the card protruding back here. And you are looking straight ahead at me, okay? So it cannot be that long. You need to practice to put that jog very small, very tiny in there. So that way, the top portion of the deck will cover the card that's being jogged out. But if you jog the card out too much, then the deck won't be able to cover that. Okay, so that's how you use the in-jog from two different techniques in order to accomplish the same outcome, which is to mark the location of the cut for your partner at the card table. If you can develop the coordination, the timing, and the speed in order to swiftly and very small placing in that jog card, and your partner can very comfortably and with no hesitation just reach in and cut, then this will be a devastating move when you're working with an accomplice, okay? But as with everything, don't get greedy. You can't do this 10 times in a row. You can't do this all night long. You need to wait Wait for the opportune moment. Wait for the right moment. Wait for the circumstances and the situation to be just right, and that's when you're going to strike, okay? Be patient with it. Practice. Don't just go out there and do it because you saw the video. Practice. Sit with your partner. Talk with your partner. Go through the moves. Practice this. I mean, at the end, you need to go out there and you need to do this without even thinking about it. This needs to happen in an instant with zero hesitation, because your spectator is going to see what's happening, or even worse, the player at the card table will see what's happening. So guys, that's going to be it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like gambling content, if you like gambling, sleight of hand, and card cheating. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, click the bell icon. Any questions, leave them down in the comments below. And I publish new videos every single week, so I will catch you next week. I just know somebody's gonna ask me in the comments, oh, what was the deck of cards that you were using? Nox, that's the deck of cards. Today's deck is the Nox, what are these? They have a weird number. They're supposed to be from the future or something like that. Nox 3000X3. That's the one. Nox 3000X3. They're very nice. Actually, I kind of like them. Cool deck of cards. I like the combination too. Yeah, anyway, that's it.